Blessed Rising Soul Family. Greetings to you all kings and queens. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to Soul Family Oracle. And for the Soul Tribe, thank you as always for your energy and for your contribution to the channel. I feel like starting off this message by saying that one of the most painful experiences I've personally had, or I feel any earth angel or light worker could have or experience or see or watch happen, is for an earth angel to lose their wings. I feel like seeing an earth angel lose their wings is one of the most painful things that I personally have witnessed. Having to watch angels of light fall to the darkness. How I feel it's such a painful experience is maybe because I am a seer also, but being able to see through the different barriers with which they have been blocked out of their divinity. Not necessarily blocked out, but like how far back they've been pushed from their divinity because of multiple things. And some of those multiple things being pain and hurt, disappointment, neglect, shame, abuse, but basically just trauma from so many hurtful things that they've had to experience. And not everybody is able to come back from that. I'm busy, sorry. And not everybody is able to come. Can you come back a while later? Okay. 30 minutes. 222 on the timer right now. Sorry guys, that was one of my... So, and these things are very hard to come back from for these people, because it's almost as if their spirit starts out with a certain expectation or a certain knowing of what life can be for them based on whatever these traumas are that they experience. And depending on the kind of life that they have or how they live or what experiences they are exposed to the most, their is like their innate nature is changed so much, is altered so much to the point where their real selves is almost diminished, almost erased. And another reason why I felt like this was so painful is also because not only do they face the burdens of these physical traumas or like these emotional traumas or traumas that they've had to face. 333 on the timer. Thank you, Spirit. The traumas of what they've had to deal with in this physical reality, but also the different traumas they deal with in the spiritual because of who they are innately. As light workers or earth angels, we already come with quite an amount of spiritual burdens and spiritual trauma that for every lifetime we have the opportunity to release and heal based on what element they play, based on what role those elements play in our in our current lifetime. And so a lot of light workers and earth angels already come with the burden of having to release certain traumatic experiences or the influences of certain traumas they've experienced in past lives. So they don't become so they don't bring about karmic retributions. Also, they don't bring about karmic experiences, whether through their bloodline or ancestry or a new channel that is created by them and somebody else. Like, for instance, having a child with somebody in a state where you are still very emotionally unhealed with a lot of emotional burdens, where now you give birth to a child that falls into this very toxic dynamic of the kind of relationship that you have with yourself. One, the kind of relationship that you have with your partner. Two, and also the kind of relationship that you have with your world, which is the relationship that you introduce to your child. The relationship you have with yourself and your world. That's the energy in which you introduce to your child. So can you imagine from these energies what kind of emotional impact or toxic impact it would have on that child? So let me just kind of like come back a bit so I don't go too far in, and then but I think the point I was trying to make from that is I find it so painful because there are so many different things that come against us: earth angels and star seeds and light workers and just people with a purpose to bring light to humanity and to the world in general. People who have been called to bring light to the collective. Even before we start our journeys, there is so much that we have to go through, and for some of us, we are not able to go through these things. And it's such a painful experience. Like, I've had to watch friends go down. Like, I've had to watch people I care about lose their way because they couldn't stand firm enough to hold on to their light. And despite some of the things that they resort to doing, or some of the things that they involve themselves in, again, like I'm saying, like being having, and this is not even, I'm not speaking from the point of an empath. Whew, try not to get emotional. I'm not speaking from the point of an empath here, just from the point of a seer. Like I was saying, being able to see through the barriers that lead up to their higher self. And for me, I feel like in so many cases where I've dealt with people who are struggling, or light workers who are struggling, it was always like that. It was like always trying to find that moment where they are able to see through your eyes, where they are able to see what you see. And I won't lie, that can be very difficult because again, these barriers these barriers that have been placed to hinder their higher self from coming closer. It's not just barriers that are physical barriers or from the emotional damages they've experienced in their physical reality, but also from all the spiritual attacks, the spiritual warfare, the different, what do you call it, past life experiences that need to come back around this time, and also from misunderstanding of who they are, especially because of what society sees of spirituality, and embracing your spiritual nature. I'm getting also abundance. I just saw 0808 on the timer. And temptation. A lot of light workers, a lot of these earth angels, a lot of fallen angels were born into very difficult situations, born into hardship, where their knowledge or their knowing of what of the, or sorry, thank you spirit, where their understanding of abundance was kind of like twisted into believing that all forms of abundance is good, or like believing that all forms of material gains or wealth is good, or it doesn't really matter how you get it as long as you get it. In a way, this has been a systematic, like, you could say spiritual warfare also, because this is a form of temptation that comes from lack mindset, that is kind of like imposed on them from a very young age because of the hardships they face and the different things that they have to go through because of limitations, or lack of material security, or lack of stability, lack of a grounded foundation. And so you have a lot of earth angels who have gone through so many difficult things and eventually just resorted to, I'm hearing, succumbing to the dark. I'm hearing some just to make ends meet, some just to get by. And the reason why I felt the need to do this particular video was because of another video that I think that I'm going to be posting today. I don't know when I post this one, but which spirit was revealing to me that this last retrograde was the I don't even remember. Sometimes after I'm done channeling, I feel like my mind has been wiped clean, except for when spirit needs me to remember certain things. So I think what I was trying to say was basically how this last retrograde spirit was saying was like the last chance for some people to redeem themselves. And for those who are not able to redeem themselves, this full moon, they lose their wings. And it was saying this is coming through as very swift judgment, swift justice. Because the retrograde, I think, ended around 14th, if I'm correct. And just 2 days after was the full moon. And this message also made me quite emotional when I delivered it, because again, I was saying everybody deserves healing. Everybody deserves redemption. Everybody deserves a second chance. But unfortunately, sometimes certain it's just 11:11 on the timer. It's just consequences that come with some of the things we do. But it's like I'm just saying, it's like it's for me, I find it so heart wrenching because some of these people really have tried. I know a friend who I don't know his state now, but I personally I saw when he was in some of his darkest moments and saw when he was making a change in his life and how much change he was making and how good he was doing and how things were turning around for him emotionally and things, and just how things got distracted, and chaotic, and kind of like plunged him back into that state of kind of like giving everything up and just being like, you know what, F everything else. Like I don't care about this journey anymore. Like I don't care what I do. I don't care the consequences. I don't. And so many of our brothers and sisters have gone through this. So many of our brothers and sisters have ended up this way. And so this video, wow, 12 minutes. 12:21 and now 12:22, 222. This message is basically to ask to send out a petition to everyone, to send a prayer out to all falling angels, to angels losing their wings, because there will be the times, even though the cycle has closed, there will be many portals that will open for them to be able to jump onto a new line, for you to be able to jump onto a new timeline, and which is basically saying it's not too late. Once you realize what is happening in the ethers and what you are required to do, and you always need to remember that there's help available to you. There's help available to you from above. It's all about praying. It's all about asking. Because as humans, we have our free will also, which means things just can't happen like that. We have to ask. Asking is how we say we give up control. We don't want to use our free will. We want the divine, the most high, the universe, a higher power to take control and help us deal with this because it's out of our power. And healing can come. You Prayer delivers everything. You can pray for anything. So it's, even though again, like I'm saying, it's like it's almost like spirit is needing me to hit on the fact that a cycle has closed, but there will be many more portals that will open up, and you will have the chance and the opportunity to use any of these portals to transport yourself onto a new timeline if you are in the right frequency. If you are in the right frequency. So for anyone out there, our brothers and sisters, earth angels, light workers, healers, spiritual practitioners, in however form you express your light work, anybody out there that is struggling, I know there's a heavy spiritual warfare out there on the light workers. I know there's a heavy spiritual warfare out there on the light workers, but you need to be stronger. You are stronger. This is not the first time they've tried. This will not be the last. But the thing is, we have to always come up on top. We will always come up on top, but you have to be strong. You have to stand your ground. You can't give in to the darkness. And to everyone out there that believes that you're still standing firmly in your light, please send a prayer out to all the light workers around the world. Send a prayer out to all the earth angels around the world to be protected, to be shielded, to be given strength. And I speak this out as a prayer. I speak this out as a manifestation that all light workers out there all around the world be protected, be shielded, that their energies be cloaked and protected from negativity and harm that is thrown at them, that in any court, any coven, in any space that they are orchestrating to bring harm and darkness, temptation to the light workers, to get them to steer off the course of their purpose, be diminished, be destroyed, be burnt to the ground, never to be rebuilt again. I speak blessings, I speak healing, I speak liberation, peace, and inner harmony to all light workers out there, that whatever it is that you may be going through right now, that you find inner peace, that you find inner resolution, that you open your heart out to call out to the universe, to the Most High, to the Almighty God, however it feels to you, to reach out, to receive help, to receive the warmth, the abundance of love, of support, of dedication that is of your spirit team to help you through this situation, to help you through this time. Throwing in the towel is not going to be it. I speak strength into your life. I speak strength into every part of your bone with the Holy Spirit and the power that has been put into me. I release onto you liberation, the feeling of freedom, the feeling of strength and confidence to carry this role, to man this cross to the destination. For this role that we have been given will require us to die, will require us to be reborn through pain, through fire, through hurt. But this is how we become the personification and the true embodiment of the Most High, to do her work here on this earth plane. This is what we came to do. And so let all that rise against any light worker out there be brought down, be released from their energies, be diminished. And we ask for grace, we ask for healing, we ask for healing mercy. We ask for healing mercies. We ask for healing mercies. We ask for healing mercies. There are so many light workers out there who are not tapping into their power because of so much that they go through, because of so much that they're still going through. So many of our brothers and sisters are lonely, are feeling neglected, are feeling abandoned, are feeling misunderstood. And as I speak this into being, I call out light, I call like our angelic team to send out healing, to send out protection, support to every light worker out there that is going through pain and trauma. I speak light, I speak love, I speak warmth, and I speak comfort into your heart wherever you may be, that you receive the light and the love that we all sent to you, that you may find your way back to the light, back to your purpose, to help us guide even more souls to receive the light. Thank you, Spirit. And this is my petition out to you, anyone out there again that feels still connected to your light, to send healing mercies, to send prayers out there to our brothers and sisters. Everybody deserves healing. Everybody deserves redemption. Everybody deserves to be guided to their life purpose, to find their way to redemption, to release themselves of the curses, of the karma that we incur every time that we miss our purpose. And I feel like this is where I'm going to leave this message. Thank you so much. And as always, listen with discernment. Take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. If the message doesn't fit, please don't try to make it yours, and don't come into the comment to come and give comments that really has no, you already know. Have a blessed day, so family.